collaborating and innovating to take on the big questions facing the world. We make an impact. McMaster University's alumni community is one of the foundations of our success. Alumni achievements, leadership, and service shape not only the university, but also the communities, industries, and causes they support around the world.
Get involved. So get involved either at McMaster or in community. Understand what you're passionate about. Follow those passions. I know sometimes that sounds cliche, but it often works. Start to build that network through that involvement. So as I get involved, that means starting to build that network. Again, I was very fortunate to be given many opportunities in that initial 10 years with the city of Hamilton. Ended up working twice or two different times for the city of Hamilton for a little over 20 years in total. But my point being is that there were mentors along the way. So when you get involved, you meet some great individuals who will mentor if you're willing to open yourself up for that. But my key message is get involved.
Well, I think the first thing is that they chose a really good area because nursing is a wonderful profession, not just because it gives you the opportunity to work with people and help people, but it also is a springboard to all kinds of other professions. You can never go wrong, I don't think, with the knowledge that you acquired while you were in nursing. So I would really encourage them to enjoy their excellent choice, but also to think out of the box in terms of how they might use this education in a wide variety of things.
The best way to seek out opportunity and take advantage of those things that are in front of you is kind of, don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to take some risks. And most importantly, I think, use your network of McMaster alumni, use your network and talk to people. Talk to them about what they're doing what they've done in their career, what's happening in their industry, things that they've learned, mistakes that they've made. But go out and talk to people. I actually found that to be one of the most, for me personally, difficult because I am an introvert. But at a point in time when I was out working for a little while, I spoke to a colleague, actually a gentleman that had actually hired me, and he says, the best thing you can do is build your network and go out and talk to people. Talk to them about what's happening in the industry, about their experiences. And it's really hard to do initially, but you'll find that once you start, it will actually flow, and they'll introduce you to other people that you probably would be interested in talking to. And that's actually how I entered the industry that I'm in right now, is just through that process, just getting out and talking to people. So I think it's really important.
It's Nelson Mandela's quote, "Make your choices reflect your dreams, not your fears." And that's one of those truths that, the longer you live, the louder that saying is for me. Fear is loud and it's persuasive, and it shows up disguised as logic and practicality and all these other things, whispering like, play it safe, and you can't afford to fail, or what if it doesn't work? And before you know it, you're just living a life that you didn't really intend to live, a life of regret instead of chasing possibilities. And your dreams really need your attention. They ask you to take the risk and make the leap. And I think if your choices throughout aren't really aligned with your dreams, your visions that you want to manifest, then you're just managing your fears. You're not really living your life.
I think the most important thing to remember is to have empathy for others, because empathy encourages us to be kind. It encourages us to be inclusive. It encourages us to be compassionate and non-judgmental. And if we have those core values and we carry them with us every single day, I think we can work towards peace in the world. If we all remember to have empathy.
Look, if you've had the privilege of being about to or having crossed the convocation stage, really take the time to look at what got you there. You've already won. by getting to this moment, but now it's about what you do next. And there's a difference between confidently striding across that stage, knowing that you said yes to everything you possibly could. And there's a difference between just getting by. And this is another thing on the list. And I would encourage all of you, because I've done convocations that fit into both categories. I would encourage all of you to think back to what would have made you more confident, or what put that pep in your step. And for me, it's usually been that I can look myself in the mirror and say, I said yes to everything that this opportunity offered me. I gave 110%, maybe not every day, maybe not every hour, but to the experience, I gave myself over to it. And I think that's where post-secondaries and institutions are really impactful, but that's where life is really impactful as well. So I encourage you, if maybe you said a half-hearted yes, or maybe you said a full-bore yes, to continue that analysis and continue that energy into your next steps, because you won't regret it for sure.
Today we welcome the newest members to this vibrant alumni community that stretches across the globe. Like every class before them, they will look to build their future with ambition and optimism, and at times, some apprehension. The class of 2025's student experience was one that was touched by the global pandemic and armed students with opportunities to learn adaptability and build resilience as they adjusted to those unique set of challenges. Let's hear from some of this year's graduates as they reflect on their time at McMaster.
I want to say thank you to my mom and dad. Thank you, Mama and Tata, for everything that you did for me these last 4 years. I'm so grateful for you supporting me, and I wouldn't have been able to graduate without you guys. I also want to say thank you to my friends and my partner for supporting me through everything. It's been hard and long, but you guys were there for me in really tough times, and I wouldn't have been able to make it without you guys.
To my loved ones, my parents, my sister, my boyfriend, my nonni, and my other family and friends. Thank you so much for supporting me through the ups and downs of university. Your love and encouragement have inspired me to be the person that I am today, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. And I know that all of the skills and everything that I've learned here throughout my time at university will carry me beyond my time at McMaster, and I'm very thankful and grateful to see what comes next. So I have lots of very special and memorable memories from my time at McMaster. I've been very involved with my faculty for the Social Sciences Society, so I have some great memories there. I was actually the lead role in the musical for the first ever Social Sciences musical, so that was also really fun.
My favorite memory at Mac was MacFest. Graduating out of COVID, we didn't get to have our graduation. It was incredibly awesome to see our entire Mac community come together for MacFest at the end of the semester, especially 2 years out of COVID. That memory really solidified the community that I found at Mac, and I really credit my parents for that.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my mother. The mother who was there for me even when I couldn't fully be there for myself. The mother who was there for me the nights I was cramming for an anatomy midterm the next day, who would deliver chai to my room because she knew I wanted that even when I didn't tell her. She could read my mind even when I couldn't read my own. I want to give a shout out to the mother who's been there for me these past 4 years of university and who continues to be there for me throughout every single moment of my life. I love you, Mom. Thank you so much for being the person I give a shout out to today. And if there is a favorite memory that I have from these past 4 years, it's my memory in the mundane moments of these past 4 years. Because sometimes it's those mundane moments that make the most special memories. And I think that mundane moment that comes to my mind right now has been those moments right before an exam, when everyone is cramming in IWC, stressing out about their midterm, about their exam that they have. And there's so many different emotions in that room. But at the core of each and every single one of those emotions is community. It's when we all come together with from so many different programs, from so many different backgrounds, from so many different emotions, and we all come there for that one shared purpose. And that one shared purpose is to learn. It's sometimes just to pass, but it's also to just come together and just to celebrate those small wins of our lives, such as having another exam, having the opportunity to learn. And so that's definitely one of my favorite moments at McMaster.
My Mac experience couldn't be possible without people like my dad, my friends, and even supervisors, who I like to call Auntie Sonia. And some of my favorite memories are really simple things like sitting down at the track and having lunch with my friends.
One of my favorite memories about McMaster has to be when I first stepped into the research lab. That moment changed my path and put me in the path that I'm following today to pursue my master's. I also will always cherish the lettuce eating competition that I did with my friends, in which we all just stand in front of the YHE field to eat a lettuce all together. So I'm very thankful to McMaster.
I want to thank my mother and my father and my late grandmother, as each of them have been there for me throughout it all. They have gave me hope when I felt lost. They gave me hugs when I needed comfort, and they loved me unconditionally no matter what my grades were in first year. I want to specifically thank my mother for her unconditional love and for always giving me room to grow. She has always provided patience and time and never ever turned her shoulder towards me. I want to thank you, Mom, for everything that you have done. I would not be here graduating without you. It has all just been a crazy experience, and I wouldn't be able to do it without my family, as they are my rock for absolutely everything. And I know, like, at the end of the day, wherever I go from here, I know that I will always be running back to my home where I will find my mom and dad with open arms. I met such amazing lifelong friends and a wonderful partner, and they have given me the opportunity to really experience what healthy relationships should be in life. And if it wasn't for meeting these people, I don't think I would be the person I am today. And whether it was like restless nights at Thode Library or just the simplicity of walking around campus and feeling like I am possible of achieving great things in life, it's gonna be very hard to say goodbye to McMaster and Hamilton, and I'm quite sad about it, but I know that those memories will actively live in my mind for the rest of my life.
Hello, class of 2025. We are graduates now. Congratulations to everyone. And before anything, I would like to thank people who made this journey unforgettable for me. My parents, my friends, my roommate, and everyone in between. Being an international student, I would always look forward to coming back home, and that's what my motivation was, to give my best to my semester. And to my friends that I made from all different parts of the world, thank you so much. Staying up late night with you guys studying, preparing our cheat sheets, and trying out different restaurants. These are all memories which I'm gonna cherish forever.
I want to thank my roommates who have been with me since my very first day at McMaster. They've gotten me through a lot of really tough times. I also want to thank Dr. Jessica Maxwell, who has given me so many opportunities I never thought I'd have the opportunity to have. And my mom, who has gotten me through a lot of really hard times as well. She's the reason I'm here, the reason I've gotten through my 4 years here. And my best memory at McMaster has been probably Welcome Week 2024. I had the chance to plan Welcome Week 2024 with the Faculty of Social Sciences and 2 other planners, Sarah and Savannah. And we got to hire a really amazing group of reps and work with them, and that was amazing. And we also got to work with faculty planners from all the other different faculties, which was so amazing, and so amazing to meet them and work with them. And it was just the greatest experience ever.
I would really like to thank my mom and my dad for always being there for me and supporting me whenever I need a hand, and also my friends I've made in BDC, especially like Karina and Josh, who's always been there supporting me, whether it's through my trials and tribulations or even like through the exciting moments, and supporting me all through McMaster. And one of my favorite memories at McMaster was definitely Welcome Week when I was a representative for the science faculty. I really enjoyed my time there, really helping first year students. I remember myself in first year and how different I am like now, and I'm so glad because of the McMaster community. It really brought out my personality, and I'm just so thankful for my experiences there.
I'd have to say my memory of a special McMaster memory would be just anytime I had to walk around campus in the evening with my friends. So if that was walking from badminton intramurals or like walking from a New Spring Club meeting, I just felt like we had so many great conversations and interactions whenever my friends and I would just like walk home to the bus stop or like walk each other home. It felt very wholesome and beautiful.
My favorite memory from McMaster was being a part of Welcome Week and welcoming over 600 first years to Brandon residents, being able to plan all of their events and help them settle into their new home for the next 4 years.
I want to thank my mom and dad for all their unwavering support throughout my time here at McMaster. Mom, thank you so much for all the time you spent cooking and freezing meals for me so I could have a taste of home at school while you were far away. And Dad, thank you so much for all the hours you spent in the car driving me to and from school. I appreciated all that time we spent together, even though it was so early in the morning. One of my favorite memories at McMaster was participating in Welcome Week. I did it all 3 years since second year, and it was such an amazing experience to have a community of such inclusive, welcoming people. Usually you can't find as many amazing people in one place at one time as I did during Welcome Week. And I'm so grateful for all the memories we made together. And I'll never forget all the cheers that we did together.
My favorite one might be when I found out there were other Latinos on campus, like getting to know them. I remember the first Olas event that I went, which now I'm president, which is crazy to think. But we were learning how to dance bachata and merengue, but I already knew how to dance, so I had to act like I didn't to feel more at home in the environment. So we were dancing and I was just making fun of the instructor, which was a friend of mine, with my friends, and I was being obnoxiously loud and making every step bigger than it had to be. And I just remember feeling like I had found home outside of home, in a community, in a place that I never expected to find a community that was so bright, joyful, and that felt just like I needed to be like around, like just the right amount of people, just the right amount of love, just the right amount of care. It was amazing and I wouldn't change it for the world, and I still remember that day and it still brings a smile to my face every time I think about it. So that is kind of my memory.
I guess there were moments where it's like moments where you just feel like everyone's in the grind with you and in the hustle with you, whether it's staff, faculty, or students. I feel like those moments really meant the most because you realize it's really not an individual journey. Everyone's running the race together and we're all like holding each other's hands through it. So yeah.
I want to say thank you to my brother and my amazing boyfriend. Thank you guys for always being there for me. And I wanted to say a special thank you to my mom. I know you can't be here by my side today, but I know you're always looking down on me.
I'd like to give a shout out to my parents and thank them for all their support through the years, especially by driving me to school.
So today I would like to thank my mom and dad who are here and my siblings for all the love and support they have shown me over the past 4 years. Every text, call, and visit has meant so much to me, more than I can describe.
Shout out to Dr. James Ingram for teaching me all about political theory and inspiring me to pursue that in the future.
I always knew university would teach me a lot, but what I didn't expect was that my greatest lessons wouldn't be from the textbooks, but from the people that made this journey unforgettable. Mom, Dad, this degree isn't just mine, it's yours as well. Your unwavering support, your love, didn't go unnoticed, and it shaped me to be the person that I am today, and I couldn't have done it without you.
One of my special memories from university, specifically at McMaster, is Light Up the Night, and I think it was really an amazing time with all my friends that came out. We took pictures at the photo booth, we went on the Ferris wheel, we had some good food that day, and I truly think it was very wholesome to have this moment with all of you.
I would like to shout out to first off, Jesus, for helping me get through university because it's already hard. And then I would love to shout out to my mom, my dad, my 2 amazing sisters, and my friends and New Spring community for always being there for me. I would love to shout out to all the friends that I made in computer engineering and management as well. Y'all are real ones, y'all are troopers, and y'all are amazing. To all the professors that have helped me through my undergrad as well, I would really love to thank you for helping me get through university.
Life-changing.
Resilience.
Community and inclusion.
Finding family.
Home.
Second home.
The best years.
Rewarding.
Eye-opening.
Inspiring.
Very loving.
Adventure.
Growth.
Incredibly rewarding.
Beautifully chaotic.
Heartwarming.
Diversity.
Transformative.
Transformative.
Community.
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 Unforgettable.
Thank you, class of 2025. We are confident you will continue to make us proud, and we are so excited to see where you will go, what you will create, how you will advance and innovate, and where you will make your unique impact, making a brighter world for us all. And to echo the sentiments of our graduands, thank you to all the supporters out there who played such an important role in bringing us to this occasion today. We celebrate you along with your graduate today, and we share your pride. And graduands, remember, your formal time at McMaster may have come to a close, but you are now a member of the McMaster Alumni Association, and we are here wherever you want to connect. Stay in touch, keep your email up to date, and learn about all that your Alumni Association offers you. Welcome to the network of a lifetime.
Graduands and guests, please rise as you are able for the academic procession. I declare that the 657th Convocation of McMaster University for the conferring of degrees is now in session.
Please be seated. Good morning and welcome. I'm Dr. Jeremiah Hurley, Acting Provost and Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences. And this morning, I have the great pleasure of acting as your Master of Ceremonies and welcoming all of you, graduands and guests, to this convocation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I would like to recognize and acknowledge that we meet today on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and the Haudenosaunee nations, and within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. We must all remember that we all have a role in upholding the spirit of the agreement, which urged for the peaceable sharing of the earth's resources. We must also not forget that merely acknowledging our presence on these traditional lands is only one small step on our shared path towards reconciliation. We are all challenged to consider how we can foster reconciliation among the many peoples that inhabit these lands. I would like to start today's proceedings by acknowledging some of the notable leaders joining me on stage today. Our Chancellor, Ms. Santi Smith, President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, President of Mohawk College, Mr. Paul Armstrong, Vice President and Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, Dr. Paul O'Byrne, Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Steve Ranilovic, and many Associate Deans, Vice Deans, Assistant Deans, Chairs, faculty members, and honored guests. Before we start our formal program, I kindly ask everyone in the hall to switch off any electronic device that may ring, beep, or make other noises during the ceremony. And I would now like to call upon Chancellor Santi Smith to deliver the Thanksgiving address and to make her own welcoming remarks.
Nyawa, thank you, Acting Provost Hurley. Sego Sewaguego, greetings, everyone. Huatquinuwalaro, welcome, honored guests, staff, families, friends, colleagues, and McMaster University and Mohawk College and visiting faculty members. What a wonderful day to most importantly acknowledge the graduates. A wonderful spring day as we gather to share, to celebrate achievements and extend our gratitude. As we celebrate today, let us acknowledge the land on which we gather, a land with deep histories, cultures, stories, and knowledge systems that continue to teach us. May this moment inspire us to walk forward with humility, curiosity, and courage to making meaningful contributions to the world. I'm pleased to begin the ceremony with the Ohandu Galiwet Dekwen, the words spoken before all else, also known as the Thanksgiving Address, spoken in Ganyageha, the Mohawk language. Sewatohosios ne gatni galiwesa, ne ona, ne angali hohetste, ne ganawala donsula. These words of wisdom intend to unite our minds and our hearts in acknowledgement, to give thanks, to affirm our interdependence, to cultivate compassion and kindness to all living entities, and to remind us of our responsibilities for sustaining nature's delicate balance, and to encourage peaceful coexistence in alignment with the immensity of creation. Dayitinuwalara ne ongwe su'a, e tonayonto haget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the people, human beings, our ancestors, family, friends, so be it in our minds. Dayitinuwalara ne yetini stoha johonjare e tonayonto haget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to Mother Earth, for she provides us with everything that we need to survive and thrive, so be it in our minds. Dayitinuwalara ne ganega lunyo e tonayonto haget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the waters, from the oceans to the streams, to the waters flowing in our body, to the water that quenches our thirst. Water is life, so be it in our minds. Dayitinuwalara ne gongjong su'a e tonayonto haget ne naguat nagula. We give thanks to the fish life, who help to purify the waters and provide us with nourishment, so be it in our minds. Dayitinuwalara ne yotunduni e tonayonto haget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to all of the plant life, from the grasses to the medicines which help to purify and strengthen our bodies, so be it in our minds. Dayitinuwalara ne odzitnowa su'a e tonayonto haget ne naguat nagula. We give greetings and gratitude to the insects who help to pollinate the plants, so be it in our minds. Dayitinuwalaro ne jonhekwa e tonayonto haget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to our sustenance foods for their nourishment and medicine, so be it in our minds. Dayitinuwalara ne wahyariyunta e tonayonto haget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and thanks to the fruit life, who help to nourish our body so that we may know the sweetness of life, so be it in our minds. Dayitinuwalara ne gondirion e tonayonto haget ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to all of the animals, many who sacrifice their lives to help sustain us and who are our teachers and guides, so be it in our minds. Dayitinuwalara ne zitdon ongu'a e tonayonto haget ne naguat nagula. We give thanks to the birds, whose beautiful singing help to uplift our spirit and bring peace and calm to our minds, so be it in our minds. Dayatinu walara ne galunda ongua etonayonto hage ne naguat nagula. We give thanks to every species of tree. We cannot live without the oxygen they provide us. Their roots and sap provide nourishment and cleansing for our bodies, and we are grateful for their shelter and their shade. So be it in our minds. Dayatinu walara ne zuwerla warnier etonayonto hage ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the circulating winds who travel the earth, bringing new life and new breath. Through observing the winds, we recognize the cycling of seasons and messages about the environment. So be it in our minds. Dayatinu walara ne ladiwerlas etonayonto hage ne naguat nagula. We offer thanks to the grandfather thunderers for providing and purifying the air and awakening the earth and awakening us. The powerful voices of lightning and thunder bring on the replenishing and the renewing rains. So be it in our minds. Datsi dawanu walara ne anjangeni galakwa eto nayonto hage ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings to our eldest brother, the sun, who appears consistently each morning to provide us with sunshine, protection, and energy for all living things. So be it in our minds. Dayatinu walara ne asa tanega wat nirele eta nayonto hage ne naguat nagula. We offer thanks to our grandmother moon for lighting up the nighttime sky and for her powerful pull on our waters, governing of cycles, women, and birth. So be it in our minds. Dayatinu walara ne yotistu warlunyo eto nayonto hage ne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the stars, to the cosmos, for providing us with guidance, direction, and dazzling our eyes when we look into the nighttime sky. So be it in our minds. Dayatinu walara ne deyonkiyaradon eto nayonto hage ne naguat nagula. We offer gratitude to our protectors, our spiritual guardians, who provide clarity of mind and peace in our hearts. So be it in our minds. Datsi dawanu walara ne gansant stansor goa sauyela eto nayonto hage ne naguat nagula. We give thanks to all creation, the immense creative energy that lives and moves in every entity and lives and moves in all of us. Da eto ni gawanage, da eto. This is a very shortened, humble acknowledgement as a reminder of the immensity of creation, the living universe of which us human beings are a very small part. In recognizing the breadth and the depth of creation, I may have overlooked certain aspects. So I invite you to extend your own greetings and thanks to anything I may have missed. It is a reminder of our responsibilities as protectors of nature and active upholders of skana. And skana means peace and balance. To cultivate peace and balance within us in relationship to kin, community, the environment, and all of our non-human relatives. Addressing our interdependence is necessary to sustain a world in a good way. We thank everything in creation, upon which we depend to get to this very moment. In gratitude and celebration, we are here to acknowledge your achievements. Convocation is a time to reflect on the stories and the actions that have shaped us, stories of perseverance, resilience, and connection. It is also an invitation to imagine the stories yet to be written, the roles you may embody, and your own impact rippling out into the world. Today marks a moment of transition, a threshold where one chapter ends and another begins. Each of you will journey through challenges, triumphs, learning, growing that got you to arrive here. But no journey unfolds alone. Along the way, there were helpers, teachers who inspired, mentors who guided, friends who uplifted. loved ones who stood by you with unwavering support. Nyawagoa, immense gratitude to all of the supporters. And as you step forward through the threshold, you may carry with you the lessons and gratitude of all those who have walked beside you. To the graduands, take this moment to celebrate. Fully embrace this milestone achievement. We look forward to witnessing the unique gifts you will bring to the world as thoughtful, responsible, and visionary contributors to our shared future. Best wishes. Yo Yanale. Congratulations to the class of 2025. Please enjoy the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith, for sharing those words of gratitude. I would now like to welcome the Vice President and Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, Dr. Paula Byrne, to present the honorary degree recipient.
Chancellor Smith, by the authority of the Senate of McMaster University, I have the honor to present Jean Eleanor Marmorio. Jean Marmorio is a nurse, physician, writer, athlete, advocate, adventurer, and a McMaster alumna. After graduating from McMaster's nursing program, Dr. Marmorio began her career as a nurse in Hamilton before serving as head nurse on the men's unit at Lakeshore Psychiatric Hospital in Toronto, and then taking on the role of head nurse at the Clark Institute of Psychiatry. She then enrolled in medical school at the University of Toronto, graduating at the top of her class. A family physician and obstetrician in Toronto until her brief retirement in 2020, a retirement interrupted by work as fly-in, fly-out clinician in the Northwest Territories, Dr. Marmorio was a specialist in midlife medicine and then end-of-life medicine. In 2016, she became one of the first practitioners in Canada to offer medical assistance in dying. An author and advocate for the patients at the heart of her practice, she was a regular contributing columnist for publications including the Globe and Mail and National Post, while her series of articles entitled "This is What 70 Looks Like" for Zoomer magazine won a silver award at the 2014 National Magazine Awards. Her book, The New Middle Ages, Women in Midlife, was published by Prentice Hall in 2002, and 2 decades later, Dr. Marmorio co-authored The Last Doctor, Lessons in Living from the Front Lines of Medical Assistance in Dying. A national bestseller, that book was shortlisted for the Basile Prize in Public Policy. Dr. Marmorio was also an active volunteer advocate who serves, for example, on the Clinicians Advisory Council of Dying with Dignity in Canada. An avid adventurer, Dr. Marmorio has hiked 1,000 miles of the Appalachian Trail, trekked around the globe, including to Mount Everest Base Camp, and in 2019 circumnavigated the island of Manhattan by kayak. She is also an accomplished marathoner who has placed first in her age group in the Boston Marathon, a record-setting 5 different times. Fittingly, she is the Fellow of the Royal Canadian Geographical Society. Dr. Marmorio's list of honors includes McMaster's Distinguished Alumni Award for Sciences and being named one of the 100 most powerful women in Canada. When she was invested as a member of the Order of Canada, her citation read in part, "Jean Marmorio has touched the lives of thousands of patients at all stages of life." Chancellor Smith, I ask that we add to Dr. Jean Marmorio's list of accolades today by conferring upon her the degree Doctor of Law, honoris causa.
Dean Memorio, by the authority of McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, in McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. I now invite Dr. Memorio to deliver the convocation address.
Chancellor Smith, President Farrar, Dean O'Byrne, distinguished faculty and guests, elated and relieved parents, antsy and beaming graduates, cheering families and friends, I thank you. I am incredibly honored to receive this degree from my alma mater. As a teenager, I wanted nothing more than to go to university. And McMaster, close to our family farm in Dunville, provided me that pathway. I'm also grateful to speak to the 476 of you in this nursing class. When I graduated 60 years ago, this year, there were 18 of us, all women, of course. But then as now, a nursing degree is going to take you places you never thought you'd go. Nurses these days become CEOs of hospitals and deans of nursing schools. They run huge consulting firms. This year, a nurse practitioner at Sick Children's, Jennifer Stinson, won a Gairdner Award. These Canadian prizes are given to top medical researchers around the world, and 1 in 4 Gairdner Award winners goes on to win a Nobel Prize. I was a psychiatric nurse who became a doctor, but nursing is much more than a stepping stone to something else. At its essence, nursing is about a quality this world always needs, and especially today, that is caring with great skill. The Ontario Nurses Association has a bus shelter campaign that says simply, "Nurses know." Indeed, this year, for the 23rd year in a row, nursing has been voted the most trusted profession in North America. So yes, nurses know. 60 years ago, I had no idea of where my degree in nursing would take me, and neither did my classmates. Most followed our husbands across the country and beyond, but always able to find work. So while your uniform has changed from starched white bibs and winged caps to scrubs and runners, the essence of this job will never change. Whether you're a street nurse, an operating room nurse, a palliative care nurse, or an AI informatics nurse doing knowledge translation. The essence will never change because the spine, the backbone of any healthcare system is people who care with great skill. That is to say, you. You have the most useful degree in the world. You solve problems and you care. If you didn't care, you would never have enrolled, let alone graduated today. I also think you are the stalwarts of our embattled healthcare system, members of an elite group of professionals who, as one of my classmates rather succinctly defined us a few years back in the following way. You compliment complete strangers on the quality of their veins. You wonder why only patients get pills. You have weekends planned a year in advance. You believe the waiting room should be provided with a Valium salt lick. Discussing dismemberment over lunch seems perfectly normal. You believe in an aerial spray of Prozac. And you're not at all surprised when a patient says, I have no idea how that got there. Okay. Let me take you back to 1962, the first year of my nursing at McMaster. We, 18 of us, huddled in the front row of our Saturday morning organic chemistry class, our backs to the 100 or so whistling, hooting young men. The professor in that class shut them down. And he did it by saying, they are all going to outshine you in the grades. Back then, we were challenged just to find our place amongst the real nurses who were being trained in the hospitals at that time. Sometimes it all came down to the uniforms and the caps. The starched bibs of Hamilton General or the elegant winged caps of St. Mike's made our uniforms feel like we were candy stripers. And our fate seemed to be that we were destined to do admin and timesheets behind desks. No such luck. Real nurses are you. And your great luck is to graduate in a world where the pace of change will never be as slow as it is today. Today, there are 7,500 nurse practitioners among the 500,000 nurses at work in Canada. And it's clear that they will be playing a huge role in alleviating the family doctor shortage that is hobbling our healthcare system. And because all nurse practitioners are specialists, and because nursing is changing faster than ever, you are likely today to have graduated in a specialty, and one that is coming that you don't even know yet. I was a family doctor for 45 years. 10 years ago, there were no maid doctors in Canada. And in 2016, I became one of the first doctors in Canada offering medical assistance in dying. Today, 10% of assisted deaths done in 1923 were done by nurse practitioners. 5 years ago, the use of psychedelics in relieving treatment-resistant depression and PTSD didn't exist. And today, I am working to onboard them in my work as a fly-in physician in the high Arctic. And speaking of the North, the entire healthcare system up there is braced by nurses and nurse practitioners. So if you're thinking, I have my nursing degree, now what am I going to do with it? Believe me, there is a brave new world of opportunities waiting for you. Your world is different from the one that I set out in. I could only go wide or go deep, and you are going to do both wide and deep. Dr. Loretta Ford founded the first nurse practitioner program in the world at the University of Colorado in 1965, the year I graduated. And looking back on her long career, she said, I have been kicked and kissed. I have been reviled and revered. I have been crucified and credited. So if you can put up with those kinds of risks that will come in all the things you do, you will become not just a professional, but an activist for all the change we need. And as has been said of activism, you cannot wring your hands and roll up your sleeves at the same time. There are splendid opportunities in Ontario. The government is promising that every one of the 14 million inhabitants are going to have access to primary care by 2029. Well, that simply will not be done without nurse practitioners. Pharmaceuticals, robotics, AI are all ushering in a new age in how we manage illness. Who will administer, monitor, and deliver all of these? Nurses. And as always, delivering that care will be done with great skill. No matter your path forward, once a nurse, always a nurse. I cannot think of a better preparation for that world than the one that you are graduating into today. And I congratulate you all.
Congratulations, Dr. Memorio. I would now like to welcome Dr. David Farrar, President and Vice Chancellor, to present the graduates to our Chancellor for admission to their degrees.
Graduates, if you are able, please stand. This is the best part of the ceremony. They turn the lights up and we get to see all of you as you receive your degree. Chancellor Smith, on behalf of McMaster University Senate, I present to you these candidates and those in absentia in order that you may confer the appropriate degrees upon them, and I bear witness that they are worthy and suitable.
Graduates, by my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit those before me today and those in absentia to their individual degrees at McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to those degrees. My sincere congratulations to you all. Please be seated.
Graduates, I would ask each of you to join me on stage so the Chancellor and I may welcome you into the McMaster community of scholars. We would be delighted to shake your hand or to acknowledge your accomplishments without touching. Thank you very much.
Honored guests, so that each graduate's name may be heard, it would be appreciated if during the presentation of the graduates, you would hold your collective applause to the end of each degree category. Thank you. Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Science in Nursing.
Carmen Fang, Esther Lee, Aya Tagami,
Chancellor Smith, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Emma Susan Abraham. Sagar Agarwal. Steffi Alex. Julia Martins Alfieri. Amna Ali. Yasmin Al-Ezi. Alicia Dawn Alpa. Sarah Gabrielle Alvarez Govan. Tara Amadi. Daniela Margarita Amaral Marcus da Costa. Priya Amin. Matthew Paul Amodeo. Andrew Rainier Andal. Emily Lorena Andrade. Abigail Owusua Ankoma. Brittany Anantasin. Yelena Matea Antunovich. Ivory Apolado. Chris Avgi Apostolatos. Michaela Apurada. Giselle Aureliano. Kate Sadie Joan Atkinson. Puneet Atwal. Rachel Ellis Aubrey. Faida Marceline Awele. Destiny Ayala. Adaze Clara Aziki. Jenna Azam. Juhi Beck. Jonathan Bear. Jasmine Banger. Dong Koa Ban. Caitlin Barato. Karen Barreto. Crystal Barrett. Aliyah Bettina Tenorio Barte. Jocelyn Wilhelmina Bartley Moulton. Dorian Krzysztof Basendowski. Mia Alessandra Beaulieu. Sydney Bellinger. Max Benzaquin. Caitlin Berg. Natasha Kaylin Betts. Arpita Bhattacharjee. Chetan Sanjay Bhavsar. Brooklyn Jessica Billings. Nikki Bohr. Madeline Patricia Bonin. Caitlin Bonville. Avery Bovin. Harmeet Brar. Nicole Bray. Claire Brody Stubbs. Breanne Brooks. Lily Brown. Kristen Sydney Buhenko. Sasha Bumstead. Serena Bussey. Brittany Jane Blair Cameron. Christina Cappelletti. Brianne Carson. Catherine Ellen Carter. Emily Casabo. Sean Cayuga. Nisanur Jetin, Nicole Wing Lum Chan,
Dylan Chang,
Lorianne Chang, Brianna Nicole Chappelle, Jennifer Charlton, Molly Chen, Yu Chen, Vandy Chit, Afra Chauhan, Celeste Portia Chung,
Jana Maria Chomo,
Troy Jerome Claxton, Cassandra Taylor Clayton, Kalisha Coleman, Mariah Roseanne Colosimo, Lovely May Columna, Kennedy Alexandra Cooper,
Jennifer Gabriella Antoinette Coughlin,
Kira Chriselle Kovasha, Cassandra Cristello,
Chris Yehoda Cujo,
Elizabeth Catherine Curick, Alyssa Grace Daggio, Madeline Elizabeth Daly,
Taylor Anne Marie Dalglish,
Francesca Raíssa Mercado Daquis, Daniela Darcy, Alyssa Lexi Davis, Andrew William Davis,
Kras Dechev,
Cassandra Margaret DeChico,
Amanda DeCoste,
Megan Elizabeth Deering, Ellen De Gregorio, Samantha Marie DeHaan, Erica Galling DeLina, Isabella DeLuca, Marissa Ruth DeVries, Ava Ella Day, Asha Premdeep Danoa, Sarojini Dharmaraj,
Navjot Oshin Dillon, Sanjana Kaur Dillon,
Rai Doratry, Brianna Dixon,
Janae Azaria Dakwar,
Isabella Dimitrovich, Lily Kim Doe,
Eva Rose Doder,
Lucas Dumar,
Claire Eileen Downs,
Grace Downing, Kylie Doyle, Veronica Kahondu,
Julia Marie Tuting Dueñas,
Jana Durham, Abiyaiwa Yisi Edionwe, Renee Christasha Edwards, Serena Elizabeth Edwards, Deborah Egiarua,
Shahid El Durat, Judy Esser Al Shanaweni,
Salma El Sharif, Azalia Yvette Emanuel, Jennifer Beatriz English, Deandra Espinosa,
Paula Ehizali Awalifo,
Angela Iwaz, Afaf Ezetuni, Robert Faber, Jingy Fan. Emma Adrienne Faraon. Emma Fayad. Cassandra Nicole Fenz. Ashlyn Maria Fernandez. Shaden Fletcher. Marie Carmen Folou.
Jackson Fry.
Elizabeth Catherine Froese. Wesley King Sum Fung. Paige Elizabeth Furness. Grace Kalia Gale.
Cheyenne Noor Ganji.
Liliana Garzon Barrios.
Kaya Victoria Gasharowski.
Natalie Grace Gelms. Madalena Ashley Genova.
Lockery Gagans.
Negin Gassimi.
Alyssa Marie Gilliera.
Megan Elizabeth Gravel. Candace Gray. Marina Grekoff Hunt.
Jasneet Kaur Grewal.
Jinhong Guan. Alexandra Elizabeth Gumienyak. Rosamund Nana Ama Giancoma. Jody Hagan. Haley Hahn. Delaram Anastasia Haji. Jahan Hajo. Alicia Fatima Hakimi.
Melina Hakimi.
Charlotte McGregor Hall. Eugene Darian Hall. Tanis Hall. Ruby Hall Elwood. Bayan Hamden. Haley Grace Hamilton. Natasha Victoria Hannigan. Melissa Anita Hannis. Stephanie Hardayal. Emma Harrington. Lauren May Harris. Natalie Nicole Walsh. Kenisha Shamoya Abigail Hay. Anup Kaur Hayer. Madison Sarah Hayes. Hana Hazrati. Claire Marie Healy. Nohadra Hermes. Olivia Hintermeyer. Simone Hifner. Julia Lee Herate. Emily Marie Holden. Emma Mackenzie Hollings. Ting Ting Ho.
Whitney Hung.
Ellie Huang. Mei Huang. Allison Hunchak. Grace Hung.
Sarah Michaela Hunterson. Phil Wynn.
Amal Iftikhar. Taylor Evelyn Ingram. Avery Jack. Tawny Alyssa Rose Jackson. Bianca James. Madeline Rose Jeffrey. Maheza Ben Jogiat. Charlotte Susan Jones. Isabel Grace Yonker, Caitlin Joza,
Simran Karan,
Batul Turesh Karimji, Karima Katarinich, Pardeep Kaur, Semrandeep Kaur, Julia Keating,
Rachel Rosalind Kelly,
Rowena Keys, Jenna Kara, Ariba Khan, Mohammed Amar Khan, Ume Emin Khan, Harman Kara, Jamie Ruth Clausen, Julia Klein, Brianne Alexis Klausler, Sophia Kondowski, Bridget Ann Coops, Nagama Ashok Kopad, J. Lynn Kress,
Bethany Crete,
Cindy Lack, Drea Jacqueline Rianne Laforme, Claire Lai,
Jennifer Ashley Lai Vrugdenhill,
Maisie Ann Laking, Alex Chun Heng Lam, Jeannie Lam, Melissa Lamarche Cabral,
Haley Lau,
Paula Janina Laegi, Justine Monique Leek, Taylor Stevie Carmen LeBlanc, Clarissa Lehani, Sophie Luli, Alexis Liang, Becky Liang, Chanel Alicia Lindo Green, Madison Lipsky, Tia Lipsky, Caroline Baywan Liu, Kaden Lon Hay Liu, Alyssa Lauder, Andrea M. Lotus, Meng Jia Lu, Diana Liu, Melanie Marie McFarlane, Cheyenne Lisa McKenzie, Alessandra Nicole Macri,
Rhea Molana, Angelica Malapitan,
Caitlin Alexandra Malapitan, Iman Zahra Akhtar Hussein Manek, Amber Manfini, Baljot Kaur Man, Kirstine Manzano, Cindy Sherald Marimon Ekpanobi, Keandra Martin, Sherwin Martin,
Gabriela Maruri Gonzalez,
Anisha Rachel Matthew, Rhea Elizabeth Matthews,
Emily Matheson,
Jasinpreet Kaur Mavi, Michaela O'Sullivan Mazzocato, Alexandra Grace McCormick, Danica Jean McHugh Joyner, Clasina McGee, Gail McKilhargy, Justin Alexander McLean,
Aria McMayo,
Julia Nicole McNeil, Monica Mehmi,
Jessica Nicole Mercado, Janelle May Cablingan Miguel,
Jade Miles, McKenna Michelle Milliken,
Grace Milmine,
Selena Lizandra Miranda, Mashid Moazin,
Nadifo Mohammed,
Brooke Evelyn Murphy, Benjamin Eric Musselman,
Zainab Naimi,
Emily Adele Lemire Naylor,
Snezana Lori Mapa Nemenzo,
Jason Nguyen,
Nak Tibao Nguyen, Rosalind Wing,
V. Nguyen, Vivian V. Nguyen, Isabella Breyer Nicholson,
Harsimarat Kaur Najar, Alexander Nikolovsky,
Maha Noman,
Lisa Mariam Noristani,
Amelia Laurie Norkuli, Noella Chibola Ntumba, Shannon O'Donnell,
Jenaline Rose Nicole,
Magdalene Omoha Ogudu, Andrew O, Idara Regina Ocon, Jessica Aileen Hazel O'Leary, Rebecca Morag O'Rourke, Oluwakemi Blessing Oshin,
Amy Noemi Ovalle,
Harpreet Pata,
Stacy Ray Pahatine,
Matthew Tay Yun Park, Sabrina Angelique Parkin, Dara Patel, Helisha Patel, Nazia Mohammed Iqbal Patel,
Joelle Pattison,
Victoria Ann Pelly, Jocelyn Merida Pennington,
Denise Chelsea Fabia Peralta,
Kayla Peters,
V. Pham,
Jenny Ton Fan, Vanessa Marie Pim Manau, Owen James Pink, Naomi Pinto, Kyla Ann Pirhonen, Rachel Pert, Destiny Pivot, Carissa Pohl, Haley Susan Pollock, Camila Maria Power, Rachel Christina Saunders, Polly Prum, Claudetta Leona Pugliese, Olivia Pipka,
Raya Kader,
Katerina Radovich, Ziad Hisham Radwan, Shreya Raj Nair,
Angelique Isabel Ramlogan, Mark Joseph Ramnath, Naomi Ramos Perez,
Sky Alice Randall Gann, Gurjinder Randhawa,
Jaden Raspa,
Ellen Ratsamy, Courtney Rao,
Jadavin Ravichandran, Christopher Bustilios Regpala,
Justine Michelle Renault,
Sara Daniela Rengifo Santa Cruz, Thais Natalia Reyes Menaca,
Melissa Raquel Rigby, Fiona Romero Riverin, Abigail Elizabeth Robb, Jamie Lee Robinson, Amanda Ruth Romagnoli, Brianna Raquel Masbad Romani,
Brianna Romanik,
Maria Christina Romik, Mackenzie Sarah Rose,
Chantel Rojas,
Vivienne Catherine Razier, Ragad Safar, Amrit Singh Sandhu,
Natalia Sandich,
Sabrina Sarker, Mariah Cassandra Illumin Savedia, Olivia Page Saville, Kathleen Schattauer, Laura Schultz, Pariksha Shah, Patricia Shaka Mamodu, Karen Shao, Shakira Shirzad, Liam Shields, Cassidy Janelle Short, Heral Shukla, Zainab Mariam Siddiq, Neha Faisal Siddiqui, Jasdeep Singh Sidhu,
Jotpreet Kaur Sidhu,
Joshua Christian Sikima, Mitchell Simon, Nathan William Simpson, Abigail Faith Sinclair, Catherine Shanta Singh,
Banuja Sivadas, Mariam Mohamud Siad,
Catherine Victoria Skrzypczak, Alessandra Vittoria Slivka, Allison Natalie Smith, Ashley Amber Smith, Ashley Nicole Smith,
Abira Sohail,
Anu Sohal, Haley Amber Spencer, Sophia Rose Spoljar,
Chantal Stoddy,
Grace St. Croix, Megan Sturkenberg, Lena Hope Stewart, Seta Mae Stockton, Tegan Alexandra Stretton, Sonia Suarez, Satana Surendran, Joy Christie Sureska, Maya Solana Cyroid, Carmen Tang, Christina Kai Tang, Christopher Tano, Olivia Claire Tatlock, Samantha Hope Taubman, Olivia Taylor, Natalie Sunyoung Teggart,
Alexandra Nicole Thaler,
Aliyah Lauren Thiel, Jada Janine Theodore, Ishana Adams Thazales, Simrat Kaur Thiara. Logan Kathleen Totes. Aisol Tantoilieva. Amy Tran. Kathy Ka Ni Tran. Lisa Du Tran.
Win Win An Tran.
Vincent Trin.
Shelby Alana Trowbridge. Kyle Tse. Ashley Choi.
Rochelle Grace Tunikaitis. Virginia Nena Udaugwu. Sofia Umana Pazos. Sydney Usolman. Sofia Valente.
Mia Valeriat.
Carolina Sofia Valle Llanos. Elizabeth Teresa Van Dam. Layla Jillian Van Megalen.
Laura Marie Vastano.
Laura Daniela Valela Mantilla. Serena Velgi. Rachel Santina Vela. Abigail Jordan Verwegen.
Alicia Vienna. Shauna Walker DeYoung.
Sao Mei Mei Wang. Matthias Wang.
Michelle Wong.
Allison Jennifer Watson.
Cassandra Wetlaufer.
Sarah Williams. Kristen Abigail Winklehorst. Alyssa Wolf. Charity Ruth Wong. Chun Ho Wong. Abby Lynn Woodard. Betty Samonti. Jessie Xu. Maggie Xu. Emily Yang.
Neshe Yildirim.
Jisoo Yu. Crystal Lok Yu Yu. Selena Mary Ann Zamet. Monika Zawalski. Kelly Jang. Stefani Fernanda Zuniga.
And again, one more round of applause for all of the new graduates of the class of 2025. I would now like to introduce Lily Brown, a graduate of the degree Bachelor of Science in Nursing, who will be delivering the valedictory address.
Good morning and greetings to all, honored guests, esteemed faculty, and beloved families and friends who stood by us throughout this journey. Most notably, I extend my greetings to my fellow graduates. My name is Lily Brown, and it is an honor to stand before you today as valedictorian for the class of 2025. Before I begin, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the McMaster University leadership, whose tireless efforts behind the scenes have shaped this chapter of our academic journey. Chancellor Santee Smith, President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Farrar, Acting Provost and Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences, Dr. Hurley, Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Students, Dr. Hranilovich, Vice President and Dean of the Faculty of Science, Dr. O'Byrne, and Vice Dean of Health Sciences and Associate Dean of Graduate Studies in Health Sciences, Dr. Hanna. When considering our graduating class, one aspect is apparent. Our paths to this moment have been uniquely our own. Whether this was our first degree, a career change, or a step in professional development, our experiences have varied across sites, streams, and levels of education. Yet today, the limitations that separated us once are no more. This ceremony is where we all converge, celebrating this achievement united by a universal skill, appearing calm while silently panicking. Today represents more than the receipt of a diploma. It reflects all this journey has demanded of us. It is proof of our resilience, growth, and ability to balance caffeine and power naps. Nursing school has proven to be a test of endurance, with highs and lows at various stages, and yet we persevered through the fluctuating emotions, refusing to let the end goal out of our sight. Through that perseverance, we transformed, both as students and professionals. The rigorous programming has cultivated the skills and mindsets required to navigate the complexities of our systems. With the titles we have now earned, new responsibilities rest upon our shoulders. Society, our patients, and most notably, the CNO's Quality Assurance team will continue to expect excellence, whether at the bedside, in research, policy, or leadership. Our communities have countless unanswered questions, and we are stepping into roles entrusted to find the answers. And if that responsibility feels daunting, remember that minds such as ours have continuously proven to be capable of meeting these challenges. To my fellow graduates, there will be moments ahead when uncertainty and self-doubt creeps in. When that occurs, remember today. Remember how you have grown and what you have overcome. Class of 2025, congratulations. I look forward to seeing the unique ways you will have an impact on our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Lily. I now invite our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, to deliver his presidential address.
Chancellor Smith, distinguished guests, award winners, faculty, members of the McMaster community, members of the McMaster graduating class of 2025, family and friends. One of the real privileges of my role as president is to speak to the graduates on the occasion of your convocation, to offer congratulations on behalf of the university, and to tell you how proud we are of you. We have heard some inspiring remarks today, from the beautiful Thanksgiving address from our chancellor that opened the ceremony, to the thoughtful and motivating speeches from our honorary degree recipient and our valedictorian. Let me add a final few thoughts before we bring this ceremony to a close. At the end of June, next month, I will conclude my term as a McMaster's president, and the university will welcome its next president, Dr. Susan Tai. I am confident that the university is in excellent hands. So these spring convocations are the last time I will speak to graduates as president, and this is my valedictory too. When I began my term as McMaster's 8th president in January 2020, I had hopes and dreams for what we could accomplish in my 5 years. But in the first few weeks of January, we began to hear reports of a new illness causing pneumonia-like symptoms in China. And by February, we were seeing the devastating impact on hospitals and in small towns across Italy. And by the beginning of March, it was clear the virus was circulating in North America. We closed the campuses to in-person teaching and learning on March the 13th. Wherever you were in March of 2020, you have your own story of what happened next. Unless you were a healthcare worker or another kind of essential worker, you probably went home. You probably did your best to follow the guidance of our public health leaders. Stay in your bubble. If you go out, stand a hockey stick away from others. Wear a mask. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands. You probably remember the overwhelming support for exhausted healthcare workers and essential workers in those first few weeks of the pandemics. Thank you, healthcare workers, said the signs in the windows and on the billboards. We're all in this together, said our political leaders. The days became weeks, the weeks became months, and the virus did not go away when the warmer summer weather arrived as we had hoped. That sense of in this together began to fade. School closures frustrated parents and students alike. Faculty members spoke of the demoralizing experience of teaching to a screen of small black squares as more and more students turned off their cameras and checked out. Even more alarming was the rapid decline in the trust for institutions. The fractured responses to the pandemic and the public health guidance that changed as scientists discovered more information about the virus deepened skepticism in some parts of our community, turning social media influencers into seemingly equal authorities on virology and vaccine effectiveness. In Canada, we saw that fading trust lead to hostility towards the public health community, and eventually curdle into the Freedom Convoy in Ottawa. Suddenly, we weren't in this together. Where there was once agreement that health is a collective endeavor, we saw a retreat into the rhetoric of personal responsibility and personal choice. Looking back over the last 5 years, I ask myself, did the year 2020 change us forever? The pandemic exposed how quickly our medical and social systems can be overwhelmed, despite years of warnings from researchers and experts. We saw in real time long-predicted crises unfold faster than our institutions could adapt. This makes other foreseeable crises, from antibiotic resistance to climate change to misinformation, feel more tangible and more urgent. We're also starting to learn more about the real limits of solitary learning, when our collective experience of in-person lectures and labs was replaced with the isolated experience of Zoom lectures and discussions. Solitary experiences alone are not broad enough to sustain us, nor do they allow us to develop good reasoning abilities, which is critical to making good decisions in a complicated world. I want to suggest that 2020 acted as a catalyst. It accelerated existing trends such as remote work and online learning, and at the same time, it revealed structural weaknesses such as disparities in healthcare and internet access. Who can forget the Hunger Games aspect of finding a vaccine appointment or a public COVID testing site, or the realization that some families had to take their children to sit outside of libraries or the local Tim Hortons in order to log on to online classes because they lacked good internet at home. In the aftermath of the pandemic, there seems to be a growing recognition that we're no longer facing discrete challenges, but interconnected crises that can amplify each other. Climate change can drive pandemics. Social inequality can undermine crisis response. Technological disruption can amplify social division. And borders mean nothing to a virus or a conspiracy theory. I've long believed in the value of universities as a public good, as places where we are privileged to study what we choose, to hear different viewpoints, interpretations, and theories, and to change our minds or to develop a more complex understanding of difficult issues, to look for truth in unexpected places. In 2020, we needed to use all of those opportunities. I am especially proud of the ways in which McMaster navigated through the pandemic. Our faculty quickly adjusted to online teaching. Our researchers worked nonstop to isolate the genetic sequence for the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Many people in their workshops used their workshops to produce personal protective equipment for healthcare workers. Our students offered countless hours as volunteers and mentors in communities where the needs were immense. With input from many of our infectious disease experts and vaccine researchers, we were able to make decisions quickly to support our community here at McMaster and elsewhere. For me, 2020 changed many things. The pandemic showed how quickly global systems can be overwhelmed and how interconnected our vulnerabilities are. We now find ourselves at a precarious moment when several global crises are converging. The rise of authoritarianism in major powers adds another layer of complexity to address global challenges. In the face of these threats, I've found reason for optimism in the conversations I've had with hundreds of students here at McMaster. You did not put your dreams on hold during the pandemic. You found inspiring and innovative ways to pursue your goals. You are already working on countless ways to solve pieces of these enormous challenges. Did 2020 change everything? I think it made you more resilient, more determined, and more collaborative. You're not burdened by our traditional assumptions of what is possible or realistic. You are clear-eyed about the urgency of our shared tasks, and you are ready to lead. One thing the pandemic made very clear is the need for in-person interaction, whether it's in the learning environment, in the working world, or in our cultural pursuits. There is a role for online courses, virtual meetings, and streaming music, but they are no substitute for the shared experiences when we are together. In closing, I'd like to leave you with a few lines from a poem by Audrey Schaefer, a doctor and faculty member at Stanford Medical School, who broadened her understanding of care when she became a patient in the system where she spent much of her life. Her poem is called Medicine, and here's the final stanza. We are medicine. From the first white coat to the cap and gown, we champion the head and heart of research to understand, to pioneer, to transform science into hope. We are medicine. All of us shining points on a giant linked sphere. Together we learn, together we discover, together we share, together we heal, together we are medicine. Congratulations on your achievements. Do good things.
Thank you for those reflections, Dr. Farrar. And I now invite Chancellor Smith to deliver her closing remarks.
Yoyanale, congratulations to the class of 2025. Yoyanale in Ganyageha translates to mean well done or good work. And I would like us to all say it to each other in really loud voices and fill up this room with our enthusiasm of well done, good work. So I'm going to teach it to you syllable by syllable. So the first one is yo. Let me hear yo. Second one is yan. The last is early. And together it's yoyanale. So let's try it together. 1, 2, 3. Yoyanale. That sounds good. I think we need to do it one more time, a little louder. 1, 2, 3. Yoyanale. Wow, that was a good one. Well done. As a McMaster alumna, I look forward to seeing where you all go from here. You are all now graduates and members of the McMaster alumni family. Lily, Dr. Memorio, congratulations on your accomplishments and sharing your words and work and journey to inspire us. And Dr. Farrar, thank you for your words and reminding us of going through COVID together. And I honor and privilege the time that we've spent together navigating that. And also the reminder of connecting our minds and our hearts in everything that we do. Graduates, take all of these wise words and inspiration with you as you go. My very best wishes to you all as you take your next steps forward on your journey. Congratulations. Yoyanale.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. A few final announcements. Loved ones, you will be able to meet your graduate after they have picked up their degree, as we ask that only the graduates enter the degree distribution area. Following the singing of the national anthem, the academic procession and the graduate procession will exit the hall accompanied by music performed by local Indigenous artists. I would ask that you please remain standing at your seats until the academic procession and the graduates have left the hall. Please join now in singing our national anthem. After the singing of the anthem, this convocation stands adjourned.
Strong and free from fire.